got through with our first practice session of the day. Weather is not the best in the world. We just had a rain shower. We're getting ready to go take a lap around the track. We want to see what condition the track is in to help the drivers make a decision on whether to run the wet tire or the dry tire.
The weather's tricky here. You know, like when we first went out, it looked gray and it was going to stay rainy. And then just in a matter of 15 minutes, we're starting to get blue skies. So it's going to be, first couple laps are going to be interesting in qualifying.
It was pretty slippery in the beginning. It got a little bit better as the session went on. It was the first time I'd been on these new rain tires, and they were a giant improvement over the tires we had last year. So that was nice to see, get the feel of it.
Hello and welcome to another race weekend here in Watkins, Glen, New York, where the Mustangs will be battling it out to see who is the king of the wet. And the green flag is out. They're racing to the line. We have Cole leading a horde of Mustangs, and if anyone makes a mistake with these track conditions, they'll end up at the back of the pack. And we have McGovern challenging Cole for the lead, but he just can't get quite enough power to pass him on the corner. Oh, looks like McGovern slowed down just enough to let Buffamani catch him and pull ahead. And wait a minute, McGovern's taking it back. Well, Buffamani's sliding wide. Von Kluge tries to get it. No, he can't quite make it. Buffamani shuts him down. And they're back to the straightaway with Von Kluge and Buffamani side by side going into corner one. Unfortunately, Jason is going a little too fast coming into the bus stop and runs right into it. That's going to be a serious setback for Von Kluge. And we have Kyle Gimple in the 81 car going up the side. Buffamani and McGovern only to spin out in corner one. You just cannot pack that many cars around that corner. Cole pushing hard to increase his lead, spins out and hands the top spot to Buffamani. If Buffamani wins this race, he's going to be taking the points leadership away from Jason Von Kluge, who's going to have to push a little bit harder this race if he wants to continue to be the points leader for this racing series. Pratt Cole, to make up for his spin out earlier, has been driving like a machine, passing car after car to make it up to third, where he's battling it out with Jim Daniels. For those of you who don't know, Jim Daniels is actually Pratt's driving coach, so the outcome of this battle should make for some interesting conversation back at their paddock. Whoa, it looks like Jim Click in the 54 car has gone for a little spin. Kyle Gimple is a man on the move. He's just passed Jim Daniels in the 25 car to challenge Cole for third place. And there's the white flag, folks. That means there's one lap to go. And Kyle Gimple is all over the bumper of Cole, who's not making it easy for him to get by. If Kyle really wants that last podium place, he's going to have to pull out all the stops for this final lap. The checkered flag is out, and we have Tony Buffamani racing to the line way ahead of the pack. Next is Mike McGovern in the number 55 car for second place. In third, we have Pratt Cole in the 88 car. Fourth is Kyle Gimple, and Jim Daniels is fifth.
I think Pratt said it best, and we were hoping for it when we get in here. It's a new championship now.
This is my first time to Watkins Glen, so lots to learn, lots more to learn. Track changed several times during the race. You know, it was dry, it got wet, it got dry, so it made for managing the car and the track very difficult, but we ended up succeeding and very excited about the end result.
Maybe I was just enjoying the scenery too much. It's so nice to be out there and have an empty windshield, and I was really quite enjoying it. I was kicking back and going, yeah, I'm liking this. And it was drying and getting wet, dry. You come around different laps and be a completely different track. In the dry, I was fairly strong. In the wet, Tony owned it. And it got a little damp, and Tony creeped up on me, and I tried to run him down in the bus stop and drove past it. And you know, he just I spun the car and he fair and square got by.
Hell of a race with Brad Cole, Mike McGovern. Those guys are stellar drivers, especially in the wet. Took off from the pole, went out there on a wet track, damp track. Pratt was on the outside going to turn 1, the preferred line in the wet. He got me good, Mike got me good. Sitting there in third, and I didn't know what I was going to do with these guys. Everyone was sliding around. It was hair raising those first few laps, and we had a 3-car deal to going into turn 1. I was the meat and the sandwich there. Kyle on the inside, Mike on the outside. I was on the inside. We're beating and banging, and fortunate enough to come out of there okay, and I was able to get by those guys, and just an awesome feeling. Like I said before, I'm cold, I'm wet, and I'm happy as can be.
I'm kind of happy to see it be a new series. Nothing against Jason. Jason's doing a great job, but I like to see it get stirred up, and I'd like to get in the mix, to be honest with you, but we're still trying.